Welcome
Welcome.
to Shade and the City. I'm your girl Treese.
It's Nels.
And today, y'all, we are getting into the WAGs to the riches. And it is season 1, episode 4. He's outside. No, I'm sorry, 3. My apologies. I'm jumping ahead because that's what I'm watching right now. But Humble Baddies. Episode 3 is Humble Baddies, okay? So yeah, y'all, it gets a little spicy this episode. People be putting in pause. It turned into Love and Hip Hop Miami, okay? But so yeah, Shade Squad, all of our new viewers, if you haven't already, please do me a favor and just hit the like button for us.
And a subscribe button.
And y'all, let's go ahead, get into this intro, and like I said, it's spicy. We got a lot to get into, so let's not waste any time. Let's get shady. So we start off MJ and Stony link up because as we know they friends, but apparently we learn that the way they I guess apparently know each other is because, which makes sense to me now, MJ is probably is friends with one of her kids. And you
What?
didn't hear that part?
I heard MJ's mom is friends with Stony.
No, what I got was MJ is friends with one of Stoney's kids.
Oh, okay.
And then they just got cool because obviously they have things in common. But
Mhm.
that's why I was like, I don't know. Did anybody? I'm not saying I don't know. Did anybody else think that was weird? I'm a mind my business. So, she tells her that what went down in Portia's brunch, and MJ said that she doesn't want to get in the middle of what's going on between her, and Sherelle. However, she thinks that Sherelle should be able to move past whatever Stony did in the past because they've all done stupid things when they were young. And MJ asked her to come out with them. I think they're supposed to be trying to have a ladies' night. And she wants to squash things, and Stony feels like Sherelle wants to be the only boss in the group.
She said, "I ain't the one with the problem. She is."
Right. And
Um,
again, my good girl, my good Pisces really don't got no problem. Like she just want to belong. But I'm with her. I liked her more this episode because I was like, yeah, you sit at your table and you sit, and unless they address you and say hi to you, then yeah, you can come over. But don't be around here kissing them girls' asses.
I genuinely felt like they didn't see her when they walked in because they were like 2 tables
No, no,
away.
no, no, no. I don't think they saw her. That's why I said, but I like the fact that she waited
Mhm.
before she went over there versus running over there to be like, because again, I'm a Pisces, y'all, and we're people pleasers and we just want shit to go smooth and go with the flow. But Nels can tell you a couple times, she be like, bitch, why are you leaving the room? Let that bitch walk out the room. Like, so I absolutely know that I do it.
All right. So Ashley and Lex, they met up for some drinks. Ashley said her and her husband are talking about moving to another country for 6 months. This is what I'm talking about.
Okay, love
Okay.
it. But now this is black excellence.
Yes.
Carlos.
Lex said that her and her ex picked up and moved to Jerusalem with the kids. It was definitely a culture shock, but it was the best experience. Now, Lex said, I may, have to come and visit you with my potential boo. Okay. Uh, so Ashley said, girl, I don't know how you date nowadays, okay, with these men that think they the prize. And Lex said, listen, I'm the flower, okay, and these men are the bees. They're
Okay.
to me, all right. So then she gets into what she wants from a man, that she's dating, and she said that she would be open to having more children because a lot of men are attracted to her maternal instincts. You said she's a Pisces too? I just kind of like she gives, who she gives me?
Janae Aiko.
Yes. She gives me Janae
And
vibes.
it's crazy because I told you she's a February Pisces. She's 27th of February.
No. So Ashley had invited Jonathan, is it
Oh
Cyprian?
yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Jonathan.
Okay. Apparently he's a former NFL player. And she said, you know what? He was in town, so I told him to come by. Okay. She trying to hook them up on a date. And really it seemed like it kind of turned into a date. Ashley said she had been married for so long. Okay. So she is living vicariously through her. And girl, she ready. She's like, we on a date. Like, I like this. And yeah, I mean, it seemed like it was a date already. I mean, they asking about kids and how long they been single and what businesses they got. You know, she said that she's a co-owner in a cannabis farm in Colorado. And he asked her out on another date, and she said, "Listen, I'm definitely more than willing to go, but this here was not a date. We need something more intimate.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not consider this one a date, though, okay?"
You know what? And it just brought back memories for me. I love
Mhm.
Ashley Down, like I told y'all. But what's so funny to me, yes, she's been with Phil, I'm sure like 10, probably 10 plus years now, married to Phil. But they've been together longer than that. And I remember when she first was on Wags and she wanted that nigga to propose so bad, every other Tuesday, it was like, so when it, cause I ain't popping out no more babies until this give me a ring. Like I remember when that was a whole thing. And then eventually he proposed to her on the show. But I remember when that was a thing. That's why I thought it was really cute when she's like, I've been married for so long. And I was like, girl, I remember when you wanted that ring bad. Real bad.
When you can say you've been married for so long.
Mhm. So Stony and Jules end up at the restaurant where Ashley, Alexis, and MJ apparently all show up as well. They're sitting at a different table than Stony. Jules goes over. Well, Jules actually, yeah, Stony and Jules were there first, so they're at their table, and the other girl, ladies, are at the other table. Um, they notice Jules, so Jules goes over to say hi, and then she's like, "Oh, you know, Stony's over there," and they're like, "Oh, Stony," like Nell said, I don't think they saw her, and they're like, "Where's she at?" Da da da,
But
whatever. So,
I think Sony was originally feeling some type of way, and I think maybe she
right,
thought that they saw her. But the way I knew that they didn't see her is because when Alexis came in, Alexis didn't address her, and I was like, I know she's cool with Stoney, and I was like, yeah,
right.
they definitely probably didn't see her.
And to Nels's point, because as soon as Stony comes over, her and Alexis seem like she's like, "Hey, girl, we need to go to the bar and talk." And I said, "When Pisces link up, okay? When you just let us fish swim, bitch, okay?" And so yeah, so they seem to be getting along real
I
well.
definitely would have been at the bar because the people at the table was, and all my people was there. All my people who was there. It was Stony, Alexis, MJ, and well, Kania. Did were we introduced to Kania?
No, but we'll get into Kania. So Sherelle and Chad roll in along with Portia and Andre right behind them. So Sherelle asks Andre and Portia if they're done having kids. Andre seems to think that they are, but Portia makes it clear that they already discussed that they were having four. So Sherelle tells Ashley that she should continue to try for a little girl because we know she got the two boys. And she said, no, no, no. That's what we're not doing. I'm good over here. They go to grandma's. We're good. She's like, I'm done. Um, and so she asked Jules if she wants any more kids, and you could tell Jules is kind of hesitant in her responses. Basically if that's God's plan.
It was a little snappy though. She was a little snappy
Yeah.
when she responded.
So a group of Stoney's homegirls show up, and in the mix is Kania, okay, which actually happened. MJ knows her, but I guess she used to work for Sherelle because it says she was a former Allure agent, and we all know Allure is Sherelle's brokerage.
Mm-mm.
So Stony asks about Sade, and basically Alexis lets him know that she don't think Sade is gonna show up because of the fallout that she had with Sherelle the other day. So MJ announces that she calls Sherelle a mean girl, and Alexis realizes that Sherelle is a common denominator, kind of like within the friction of the group, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
So while they're at the table, Chad tries to set up one of Sherelle's friends with Shannon, whoever this girl was. I didn't get her name. And then Alexis comes back to the table, and then they shoo all the men away. And then we get into Kanea,
Yeah, so then over at the next table, okay?
Stoney's table.
Yes, over at Stoney's table. Kania. said that she heard through the grapevine that Jules said something about black women, and she's a black woman, so it's up. Okay. She said the girl is a culture vulture. MJ tried to change the subject, and Kadia said, no, 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 no. This needs to be addressed right here and right now. So they had MJ call the girl over. Okay. Jules came right over, tried to introduce herself to Kania, and then Kania ignored her. So she tried to introduce herself again and said, girl, you look confused. Are you good? Then sat right
Mhm.
next to her.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I said, you're a bold little.
I ain't gonna hold you. I was here for the way I was because the way she was trying to play like she didn't see her and she was like trying to get in and sit down and she was like not acknowledging her. I said, I mean, don't get me wrong. I said she's that other fish, but she's still a Pisces, bitch. She showed her
You
ass.
you can definitely she's a February?
No, I don't know if she's February.
I was like, it's giving Krishan.
I was gonna say she might be a March Pisces.
So what's crazy to me is so before she came over there, Kania is talking about all the stuff that this girl said and how she needs to address it. But then when the girl got there, she waiting for somebody else to bring it up. I thought she was gonna immediately be like, I heard through the grapevine. You know what I'm saying? But no, she waited
Oh,
till
she's
somebody.
March 2nd.
Oh, she's March.
I told you that crazy March. Yeah.
Yeah, that crazy March. Because you always talking about the other fish, but
I know I can be that other fish
I
sometimes.
I know this fish. I know this. Um, so basically she waited till, the dude at the table basically said, well, she think you a racist. Okay. And then Kania's like, well, no, I didn't say you was a racist, but I definitely said you was culture vulture. And Jules was like, have you done anything for your culture? I said, oh,
No, she said, "What have you done for your culture?"
I was like, oh, okay, that's all right. Um,
She said, "I build houses.
she said,
I sell homes." Or no, she said, "I sell homes." Yeah.
yeah, she said that she serves her community. She puts people in homes. I mean,
And she said, "Oh
and
no,
Jill
so
said, okay, so
you
you
make
make money off of selling
houses,
homes. Okay.
right?"
She said, and Jules said that she makes money off of building brands, launching careers, and putting people in positions to make money. Then Jules got turned up. Okay. And she said, you'll be here calling me a culture. What? You here calling me a culture vulture and you don't even know me. So Kania said, you're the same, but I think in that one she had the itch word. Okay. Kania
Mhm.
said, you the same itch, okay, that had on a shirt that said ninjas lie a lot, but it wasn't ninjas. Okay.
Right.
Then she said, I'm a black woman, and you're around a bunch of black women. Joel said, okay, I love black women. And I'm trying to tell you basically today is not the day. But then Kania started putting her hand all in her face. I think Jules told her basically lower her voice, and Kania was
Right.
like, I'm not gonna do that.
And
Okay.
then she smacked her
And
hand.
then
She smacked her
Jules
finger.
smacks her hand away out her face. Okay. And then just went downhill from there. And Sony said, not these bougies. Okay. They are really giving city girls after all.
Okay.
And that is definitely what it was giving. It was definitely giving city girls because it got turned up real fast.
Yeah, when she stood up on the couch for me, I said, "Oh." Yes, Alexis, Ashley, and Sherelle get together to discuss the melee that occurred. Sherelle says she heard from Jules, who happened to be upset with her, and told Portia that she felt like Sherelle was wrong for not checking in. Alexis and Ashley admit that we didn't check in either, so I don't know why, but okay. Ashley feels like Jules was the aggressor. I got to stop you there. You're loud and wrong. Um, and Alexis says that she's deflecting. So, basically, Jules is upset that Sherelle went to like the girls' pictures after they got into the fight. And they're just wondering, like, who's out here monitoring likes. But I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. If I just got into a fight with this female and then I see, like, I mean, I don't know if it popped up in my head to do that and then I see it and then I start going down this rabbit hole. Yeah, I am gonna look at you a little sideways. But it makes me wonder, like, did she follow Kanea before? Did she know her before? Because how would you know Sherelle hadn't liked the picture before? You know what I mean? But anyway, so Sherelle brings up that Jules was triggered by her asking if she wants more kids. The ladies are confused.
Maybe it
And
was a new
base,
picture.
huh?
Maybe it was a new picture.
Oh, and so the ladies are confused, and and they're like, "Oh, is she using that as a reason to fly off the handle and hit that girl?" And basically, Ashley just feels like she doesn't want to be accountable. Sherelle said that they've given Jules chance after chance. They show footage of Jules showing up in braids, and Portia reminds her that she's been canceled before. But Jules
Yeah,
says,
when you started getting into all of this, I was like, well,
but she said, I like Jules' response where she said, I understand that I've been canceled many times before, but anything that you have questioned or anything that you feel that I've done that may have offended you, I'm willing to discuss. So I was in that moment. Now, granted, I don't know who Kanea is or who she is to them, but I'm kind of like, I don't have to explain like, I'm sorry. Do I think it needed to get turned up? Because like I said, we're gonna get it deeper into it. Apparently it was in like a black owned business down there in Miami. I
apparently it
understand.
was one of Sherelle's friends.
Right. And that's a big deal. So I absolutely understand where that portion is. And it is unfortunate that Jules was the one to do it. However, no, that girl came in there because I didn't even like the fact that when they called Jules over to the table and then when they address it, why is Stony and MJ and they friend got to say what you said so
That's what I
loudly out your
said.
mouth?
That's what I was saying. Why? I don't understand. You had all this smoke before she got to the table, but you over
Table,
there
right. And
waiting
then you
for
got
somebody
hush
else to
mouth.
say what your issue is.
Right. So no, I didn't like that. She absolutely came there to start some shit. And so I think she fucked around and found out. Now, Jules, saying, "Oh, this is my real hair," and whatever she had to say. Okay, I guess that could be offensive, and
I think
y'all might,
didn't the girl try to pull it?
yeah. I guess, but that basically it might be another
It don't
insinuation.
come out.
It don't move. It don't move.
It stuck to my head, bitch. Listen, and I don't know. I'm trying to think of who said it though, because I on watching Jocelyn's Cabaret, you know how much they fight, and I do remember. Was it the white girl that said that though? I don't remember who said it, but I do remember in that fight they was like, "This is my real hair."
Mm.
I mean, if I'm fighting somebody and you try to pull at my hair, and maybe I pull your wig off, I might yell out, "This is my real hair. It don't come off."
My hair, it don't move. Okay. So basically Alexis is like, yeah, I got too much to lose. I'm too old to be out here fighting. And Ashley feels like there's a reason why they keep hearing all these negative things about Jules. So basically they, talk about how they're so worried about how other people will view them from hanging out with her when she's a known culture vulture.
That's what I'm saying. Because I don't know who she is, but when they got into all this other stuff, I was like, well, I mean, it sounds like they have some points. So Portia, she's in a car talking to her husband about what happened at the restaurant, and he said, we got too much on the line to be in these type of situations and environment. And Portia said, not all rich people have the same rules. Okay,
Mhm.
she said, Black people that have access to cars, homes, money, and fame, they have to do more to be accepted in certain rooms by affluent people. She said, they can't misstep. But Jules has her own set of rules. See, this is what I'm saying. When they getting into all of this, I'm like, okay. Now she said, when she gets out of hand, you know what I'm saying? It's that crazy girl. But when a Black woman does it, it's ghetto and it's ratchet.
Mhm.
I said, well, okay, all right, Virgo. You making some points. You making some points. Okay.
So Sade and Jules get together at the Versace mansion. I said, okay, ladies, okay. Sade just returned from Puerto Rico for vacation. Jules explained her side of what happened that day. Jules said she called Sherelle to tell her that she didn't want to come. And she reveals that she learned that she was 6 weeks pregnant and she had 24 hours to make a decision. She said that she didn't have any support and felt she wasn't handled with care. Basically, what I get from that is your baby daddy was an asshole.
And he
She
told her he
said,
didn't want the baby. Get rid of
right.
it.
She said that's why she was triggered by Sherelle asking her if she wanted another baby. She gets emotional and says she wants to have another child, but her ex doesn't want any more kids. So she said she was just literally in a really bad space, and then all that stuff went down. She said
And
Sherelle,
Sherelle knew about it.
and right, and Sherelle knew about it. She claimed Sherelle knew about it. She said Sherelle claims she forgot Jules told her that. Then she goes into the rundown of what happened at the restaurant. Sade doesn't believe that she's a culture vulture. And Sade says that she thinks Sherelle can be messy and likes to make herself look good. And Jules said moving forward, she's no Jules. Because that's how she's moving. She's just saying no to things that she's protecting her peace. And I said, Pisces unite.
You
But
know,
yeah, y'all.
no trees.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, y'all, that was episode 3 of the Wags to Riches. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button.
Make sure you comment
Make sure that you guys subscribe
and hit the notification bell.
and make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the IG, the Blue Sky, and the Facebook. And yeah, y'all, we'll be back, catch up with episode 4. And like I said, I'm already kind of watching it and it's good, y'all. It's good. But a little bit more to look forward to than this episode. But yeah, so we appreciate y'all. Thank you for your support, and we will catch you for episode 4 very soon. Have a good night.
Good night.